Okay, good morning, everyone. Here we are. We're live on Facebook. So good morning, early risers.
Good morning.
You are watching Scan FYI. Andrea, I'm the program director.
And good morning. I'm Mary Beth Kwapniewski. I'm the program coordinator. And this morning we have Cristina from AARP New Jersey. Good morning, Cristina.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. My name is Cristina Anastasio. I'm the Associate State Director of Community Outreach for AARP New Jersey.
So, I'm sorry, Andrea. I know we So this morning, Cristina, we're going to talk about the importance of brain health and how AARP is helping the community with that.
Absolutely. AARP does a lot of work around brain health. We have resources online with aarp.org/brain health, our Staying Sharp program online for our members. And we also have Learn Online with a bunch of virtual webinars. We really want to emphasize the importance of brain health in a holistic approach. So how AARP takes it is that there's 6 main areas. There's learning new things, there's staying socially engaged, there's being active and exercising, eating right, restorative sleep, and managing stress. So what we call those is our 6 main pillars of brain health. And we do a lot of work in each of those areas. For example, with being active, we have been doing online Zumba and chair yoga classes. We've been doing resiliency and managing stress workshops through AARP New Jersey. And we really are trying to look at the whole body when we look at brain health, because we know that there's all these different components contribute to it. Only 30% of physical aging can be traced to our genes, and the rest is up to us. So we want to make sure that we're really taking control and empowering ourselves.
That's a lot of pressure on us.
I know, putting that on you, but we know that life expectancy is increasing. We know that people are retiring later, and so we have the power to have control over our brain health, and so we want to empower people to do that. AARP actually also created the Global Council on Brain Health, which is comprised of experts in the field. I am not one of those experts, but experts in the field to do studies and research and really come up with great recommendations around brain health.
So let me just say, before we even go any further, a big shout out to AARP, because you have been a very loyal supporter of SCAN. And in fact, Lavelle Jones, who is the president of, let me say.
Our volunteer state president, yes.
Okay, and she's the host of our Caregivers First TV show.
Oh yeah,
okay.
We love delivering that content. It's powerful for our caregivers. We want to make sure we're getting that information out there, the most relevant information. We always strive to make sure we're giving the current information and partnering with such great organizations like SCAN that can help do that in community. So,
and of course, SCAN, brain health and brain fitness has been a very important part of everything that we do at SCAN. And I think probably many people don't realize that AARP also really gets into that area as well. So this is really excellent info. And reminder to everyone listening, I will put all of the contact info for this in the Facebook comments. So if you want to reach out for more info, you don't have to worry about writing it down. We'll put it out there for you later.
Perfect.
Okay. So Cristina, tell us a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give some examples and easy ways to really engage, I think, right off the bat. And during quarantine, when we're all home, it's a little harder sometimes to, get motivated when we've been home for this long. But so for learning new things, reading a challenging book, exploring a topic that's novel, doing something new outside your comfort zone is really a great way to learn. Learning a new language, which I know SCAN has language courses. Learning a new language, just trying to explore different avenues than your normal, helps challenge your brain a little bit. Staying socially engaged. I know that's been very hard for a lot of people right now as we've all been home, but there's a lot of virtual offerings. I know SCAN has virtual offerings, AARP has virtual offerings.
Right.
In your community, your senior center probably has virtual offerings that are really going to help keep you socially engaged a little bit more and have a way that you can communicate with others. even calling a family member, making a conscious effort to be calling your family members, or making sure you're reaching out to loved ones, is just a way to stay socially engaged in a time that can be very socially isolating. Being active, we recommend 150 minutes of exercise per week. That does not mean that anyone has to, be running marathons or those virtual marathons we're all seeing now. But, just making sure you're getting out there, getting active. 150 minutes a week. It's not that much if you really break it down every day. Eating right, eating brain healthy foods. We don't recommend a specific diet, but, there's a lot of brain healthy foods. Fish, nuts, leafy greens, all those things that you should be eating, but when sometimes the chips are a little closer, it's sometimes easier to reach for those. But a handful of almonds is really a brain healthy food. And then restorative sleep. I know this one, when I go out and do presentations on brain health, this is the one I get the most laughs about, because adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. And I have people that tell me, I get up 8 times a night. What am I supposed to do? There are tips and tricks that can help with that. I know I sometimes, and people in my family, go to bed staring at your iPad or your iPhone. You're supposed to put that away an hour before bed. And that can really help with that restorative sleep. And there's a lot of other tips and tricks that you can do. And then managing stress. We know this has been a really hard one for a lot of people right now. So, just distracting yourself with music, reading, talking, doing some of those other things above socially isolating, talking to people can help kind of manage that stress element as well. So those are really just some right off the bat tips, but you can find a lot more also on aarp.org/brainhealth.
One of the things that we always say at SCAN, when we do our brain health fairs, and we always say that anything that's good for your body is good for your brain.
Yeah.
And anything that's bad for your body, it's also bad for your brain. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think that, the exercise, especially now when we're home, gyms are closed and whatnot, but you can just go outside and take a walk, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Take a walk. I even say, if you go grocery shopping, park a little farther back in the parking lot. There's small things that you can do to change that'll lead to long-term change. So you just want to, build up that exercise. Only do 10 minutes a day at first, 15 minutes a day, and build that up a little bit. Walk in your backyard. Walk, just do the things that you enjoy. If you start and you're going, I'm going to do 50 push-ups today and every day, sometimes that's not sustainable. So you want to start small.
Sometimes.
I can't do 50 push-ups, I'll tell you that.
No, and the nice thing too is when you take that walk around your neighborhood, it might turn into a social opportunity, because then you're going to meet a neighbor and talk for a little while. So get out. That's great.
So on your website, you have something called the Brain Health Center and then the Staying Sharp membership. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So the Staying Sharp membership is part of the AARP membership. So all members get access to Staying Sharp. And it's a lot of brain healthy activities and brain healthy information that is there. So it's games, it's trivia, it's all types of stuff that's good for your brain. And then there's learn.aarp.org, which is online webinars. All of our resources on learning are on learn.aarp.org. And then there's the Brain Center, which is all the information we have compiled on brain health. So everything that our Global Council on Brain Health puts together, articles, all the newest information is all on the Brain Health Center, and anyone can access that at aarp.org/brainhealth. And it really, a really cool thing that just came out is our study on the relation of music and cognition and brain health. And so the Global Council on Brain Health, which is AARP, again, AARP's funded, or AARP created, task force of all brain health experts. They convened in DC in February and came out with this report on the relation of brain health. And there is statistic significance that was proven through the report on that there is a relation between music and brain health. And so that throughout that report, it gives tips It gives practical tips, recommendations on ways you can integrate music into your life in easy ways that can help with brain health. So that just came out last week. I was super excited about that because I'm a huge music lover. And to know that really does impact your brain health was really a significant finding, I thought.
Well, I think most people realize that you can, you listen to a song, whether it's on the radio or however you're listening to it on Spotify, whatever, and somehow that song can take you back to when you were in high school or remind you of an event. Music does that like nothing else.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a mood lifter. I mean, when we're talking about managing stress and those feelings, I mean, it's a mood lifter. It triggers memories. It's just so much, and it's so encompassing that it really helps with that cognition element.
I guess a great activity also while we're in this isolation point, maybe work on your playlist.
Oh yeah.
Get your streaming playlist organized, and so you'll have something great to listen to.
Yeah, I've put some great summer tracks together for the summer. But even singing improves it. I know I read a study how just forcing yourself to laugh actually helps with managing stress, and I think it was called laugh therapy. And I did it in a room once with a bunch of people, and once one person starts laughing, it's very hard for the rest of the room.
It tends to be contagious, right?
Exactly. And then everyone was almost doubled over at the end, and just having such a great laugh, watching each other laugh. And it produced this feeling in the room that was so contagious. And I think music does a very similar thing. When you sing, when you're singing a tune and you hear someone else, I know when my husband's whistling, I can't stop, but start thinking the song in my head as well. So all those feelings, and it releases those happy endorphins for you.
Well, laughter is a great stress buster.
Oh yeah.
And this, for many people, this is a time of great stress. So it sounds like going onto your website and just taking advantage of some of this information. So some of it you can access only as an AARP member?
Yes, so Staying Sharp is as an AARP member, but AARP.org/brainhealth is anyone can access it.
Okay.
And learn.aarp.org, you'll be able to see all our national webinars and offerings, and those are on there as well.
Oh, so do you also offer webinars on this subject? Oh, all right.
On learn.aarp.org, you'll be able to see all the webinars. We've been doing also national teletown halls every Thursday, which are anyone can access with experts on all different fields related to the pandemic right now. So, but all things off of that. So we've had people to help manage stress. We've had doctors, all different experts around different topics are on that every Thursday. And so you can find all that information at learn.aarp.org.
I think one takeaway from having you with us today, Cristina, is that people will realize that there is a lot more to AARP than most people even realize. And I think going on your website alone is enough to make you see the scope of everything that AARP covers.
Absolutely. I think, I go into a room of people all the time and I say, what do you think of when you think of AARP? And while we have a lot of great member benefits and we do, endorse the insurance for United Healthcare through the member benefits, we are a lot more than that. We are
that's what most people know.
Exactly. We are a social mission organization. We are the largest nonprofit, nonpartisan membership organization in the country. We have 1.3 million members here in New Jersey, 38 million members nationwide. And really, again, we're social mission based. So we fight for financial resiliency. We fight for financials. We fight for with fraud prevention, with financial basics. All that information is stuff we offer. We do caregiving work. We do livable communities work and helping to make our communities more age friendly. It's really a large buckets we work in, but we get there and we want to help the community. That's really where we are. We want to help the people in the community with resources, connections. We want to partner with organizations like SCAN that help do that in community. So that's really where we are.
And can we give a sneak preview that down the road we are hoping to do something about fraud prevention?
Right. for the-
Absolutely, yes. I mean, we do a lot of work on fraud prevention in New Jersey. We have some great fraud partners, and we love being involved in that world from the consumer perspective, and being able to bring consumers that information and the information they need to protect themselves. So yeah, we're hoping to partner with SCAN very soon to bring a webinar to you all on Fraud Watch basics and a little bit of a deeper dive into some of those elements that might be happening. We know a lot of new scams are happening with coronavirus right now. So bringing some of that information, we've been talking to experts, almost weekly about what's going on our Facebook page and, internally, and we want to make sure we're bringing that information to the public.
Yeah, because sadly, there's no shortage of fraud,
Oh, no.
especially aimed at seniors, and that's our population at SCAN. So,
and we're seeing a lot
to bring that.
Yep, we're seeing a lot of new twists on old scams. So, the grandparent scam's been reimagined now as the coronavirus grandma, I'm in the hospital, I need money for a test or this or that. So, we're seeing a lot of these new old scams pop up in new ways that people need to know about.
Well, it was a matter of time before that happened. So,
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I think that we've covered a lot of information today about healthy living and brain fitness. Again, I will put all of this information, all the contact info in the comments so that everyone will be able to find out about it. And I think for many of you out there listening, you probably had no idea that AARP was involved in this particular topic, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of resources. So I think everyone should take a look at the website. And as Andrea said, it'll be in the comment section.
Yeah, very good. Well, Cristina Anastasio, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We wish everyone a
good week.
Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
Yes,
I'm always toasting.
And everyone can feel free to reach out to me for any questions at any time about anything that AARP offers. Happy to have a conversation.
Okay. Well, remember this, if it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr. Thank you, Mary Beth.
Thank you. Have a good week.
We will see you next time on SCAN FYI.